Welcome into Cluster Fun. It's Monday. Danny Cunningham, Manny Hill. That's Ramie Makhlouf. He doesn't have a mic, so he can't talk, which means that Manny and I are just going to make fun of him for the duration of the show, and he can't do anything about it unless he wants to stick his head into Manny's chest where the nearest microphone is, but I don't think he's going to be doing that.
Probably not.
So, speaking of making fun of Ramie, his favorite player on the Twins is Willians Astudillo. He was sent down this past weekend. Hadn't been playing very well. So Turtle Man gone. He's in Rochester playing for the Red Wings. Initial thoughts on that move where the fan favorite, Ramie's favorite, is no longer with us.
Ramie's not happy at all. He's just not happy.
He's not happy.
I can see his eyes are just starting to boil. I can see it.
Actually, he looks more sad than anything. Like he looks like
it does look a little more.
I don't know if the water in his eyes is hot right now, but it looks like it's ready to start running down his face.
Start pouring down his face. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I'm in the Willians Astudillo fan club. I'm not as big a fan as this man to my right, or one Patrick Royce, who was in here a few minutes ago, but he's just, Ramie's going through it, poor guy. He'll be back up, Ramie. He'll be back up.
Yeah, September call-up's only a couple months away.
But no, it is kind of disappointing because I'm more so disappointed that Willians Astudillo, his production dipped over the last few weeks. That ended up having him be a candidate to be sent down. That's kind of the disappointing part of it, because what I love the most about Willie Astudillo, aside from him looking like Super Mario as he's running around third base like he did that moment last year. I think that's the only thing everyone likes.
Although I will say one more positive thing about him. He's got a real batting stance, and that's rare in today's game. So I enjoy that about him. I like that he has a unique batting stance, because no one in baseball does anymore, and that kind of sucks.
What I love about him, though, is that he puts the ball in play.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't strike out. He doesn't walk. His at-bats are very quick. And, I mean, he's not a great hitter, but there is something to be said for a guy that just knows how to put the bat on the ball every single time. He does not swing and miss very often. So that part of it, I am always on, team baseball needs to move along faster.
Sure.
And the more guys we have that hit like Willie Astudillo, that don't foul off 12 pitches before putting the ball in play or striking out, the better for me, in my opinion. But you got to produce at the big league level, and his production had dipped quite a bit the last few weeks.
So you're on team pace of play. Mm-hmm. I am notably on team let the kids play, and there was an incident regarding someone that the Twins may be interested in as a pitcher in Madison Bumgarner, a trade target. He was in the news yesterday. He gave up an absolute bomb to Max Muncy of the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game was being played at Oracle Park now?
I think it is Oracle Park now, yeah.
In San Francisco. Really dumb name for a ballpark, but hey, it's 2019. We can do whatever. So Muncy puts a ball into the ocean,
into McCovey
Cove.
Yep.
And he admired it, and I would have admired it too. I would have admired it longer than Max Muncy did. And then there was a bit of a verbal altercation between he and Bumgarner. And after the game, Muncy said that Bumgarner said, "Don't watch the ball, just run." And Muncy responded with, "If you don't want me to watch, go get it out of the ocean yourself." Let the kids play. That was awesome. I loved it. I'm Team Max Muncy. I no longer want Madison Bumgarner on the Twins, because that type of attitude has no place on this ball club in this city.
You know what? I am a fan of Madison Bumgarner, but I am totally all in on Max Muncy's response. I thought it was perfect. You know what? I don't mind when pitchers get mad at hitters for admiring home runs, but I also feel like the hitters should be able to respond.
Yeah.
In that particular situation, I thought Max Muncy's response was perfect.
I don't necessarily have an issue with Madison Bumgarner getting mad about this. I have an issue with him getting ethered by Max Muncy's response. That's where my issue lies. You can get mad if you're Madison Bumgarner. That's okay. But he just destroyed you. Not only did he hit the ball in the ocean, but his comeback to you was way better than anything that you said. So that's kind of like two losses right there. I don't know if anyone was on base for the home run, but it should have counted as a grand slam just because of the words that were said. That should be worth something.
It was brilliant. And in a way, it's Madison Bumgarner He's a big guy. He's got that same sort of side whipping delivery, much like Randy Johnson. So he's a very intimidating figure when he's on the mound. Yeah, and he has the hair and everything.
It's like Ramie.
So Mad Bum is big time intimidator when he's out there on the mound, and I think Muncy's response just says, dude, I just hit a bomb off of you, and you don't scare me. You're not going to do anything.
Not just a bomb, Manny. He put a bomb into the ocean.
Yes.
He hit the ball into the ocean. That's far from home plate anywhere.
It was fantastic. I loved it. Perfect response from Max Muncy. And you know what? Mad Bum, if you don't like it, don't give up the home run. Plain and simple.
So as it's 11:17 a.m. Central Time, we could be 12 hours away from the end of a dynasty, as the Golden State Warriors could be eliminated from the finals tonight. The Toronto Raptors could be crowned as champions. I know two of us in this room really did believe that Toronto had a chance, and one of us who doesn't have a mic thought that there was no chance that the Raptors win this series. But here they are on the doorstep with a Game 5 at home where they're leading 3-1. Kevin Durant is a game-time decision for tonight for the Warriors, so he could potentially be back. I think that there are a couple ways this could go. I think my favorite scenario, the scenario I most want to see play out, is I want the Warriors to win tonight. I want the Warriors to win Game 6.
Okay.
I want Kevin Durant to have himself a triple-double in Game 7, and I want Steph Curry to miss the game-winning 3 at the buzzer. That's what I want. That is the ideal scenario for me.
And then the controversy arises like, well, should Steph have taken the final shot? Should it have been KD taking that last shot? And then that ultimately leads to
it would be hilarious if Kevin Durant plays these final 3 games and is the series MVP over Steph, who has now been to 5 finals and looks like he's going to have 0 finals MVPs.
I am rooting for the Toronto Raptors to win this series. I have been rooting for the Toronto Raptors pretty much certainly through the Eastern Conference playoffs. I wanted to see them get to the finals, and obviously they have. But I would find it very hilarious if somehow the Warriors force a Game 7 and it becomes like a Willis Reed type of situation with Kevin Durant, where he comes out for Game 7, hits like 2 shots, and doesn't do anything else for the rest of the game, and then the Warriors end up winning the game. That would be hilarious to me. I wouldn't love it, but it would be pretty funny.
I would like to see Toronto win it. I love what Masai Ujiri did this past offseason, the general manager of the Raptors. So that's really where my rooting interest lies tonight. I would like to see them take care of this in 5, and I think it complicates some things with Golden State's legacy, and I'm here for that. But
I think Toronto does get it done then tonight.
So Ramie, let me ask you this: are you worried about Golden State? A little bit. Are you worried about the Bucks? That's cluster fun. Talk to you tomorrow.